Okay, what's up, folks? Rich Fantastic with you. It's early Sunday. I'm up late today. What can I say? So it's 1 in the morning on Sunday, Saturday night. However you want to look at it. Most of you probably won't see this video. Whoever does watch it till tomorrow morning. I don't even know if I'll stay up to upload it, but that's besides the point. Yeah, I don't know how big of a news it was today. LaVar Ball, father of Lonzo Ball, expected lottery pick in the draft, came out and made the statement. Um, that UCLA couldn't expect to win with three white guys because their foot speed was too slow. There's clearly a lot I could talk about with this. I'm not even, I could have done the video earlier today. I didn't even want to get involved in it. You had Ryan Clark, to his credit, I saw him call him out. Shannon Sharp, to his credit, called him out. The only one I really saw trying to defend him was Max Kellerman. Max Kellerman is a guy really confuses me. Sometimes he makes good points. Sometimes, I shouldn't say he really makes good points. No one on that show is making good points anymore. But at least Max Kellerman is somewhat level-headed compared to what Stephen A. Smith has become. Stephen A. Smith has become a show clown. He's impossible to take serious anymore. But again, besides the point, like I said, I wasn't even going to do a video on it. I didn't want to give LaVar Ball any credit. The guy's clearly off his rocker. But now he comes out and says that his comment was misunderstood and quote unquote, I love those guys. Well, let's see what you said, LaVar. Ball was quote, this is from an article on ESPN, or from ESPN, just their news services. Ball was quoted Thursday by the Southern California News Group as saying the Bruins lost to Kentucky in the NCAA tournament because his son injured his hamstring during the game, and realistically you can't win no championship, and it's any championship, but we're not going to hold LaVar Ball to his grammar. Realistically, you can't win no championship with three white guys because the foot speed is slow. Not much is misunderstood there, LaVar. And well, he further goes on to say, Ball attempted to clarify those comments Friday during an interview with ESPN LA. I'm sorry, this is just cracking me up. I am not saying I don't like white guys and we lost because of them. No, that's how they twisted it up. I mean, what are we twisting up here, Laval? Realistically, you can't win no championship with three white guys because the foot speed is slow. There's not, there's not much ambiguity here, LaVar. I mean, when no one's twisting it up, you didn't leave much room for, for us to wonder or speculate as to what you meant. It's pretty clear there, but I'm, I'm sorry, I'm getting cracked up by this. Ball attempted is a good word because that's about all he did. Um, but I don't. I'm not saying that's why we lost the game. That's exactly what you said, LaVar. And, I haven't talked much about LaVar Ball. I posted in a fan group today. Frankly, I'm not too high on Lonzo Ball. Frankly, yeah, I mean, the Celtics have a chance to get a high. Well, they're certainly going to get a high pick. Have a chance for the number one pick. As a Celtics fan, the guy I really like is the guy from Kentucky, Kieran Fox. Whether he's going to be the real deal or not, I don't know. Everyone's been high on Lonzo Ball. Certainly, all these things his dad says, whether or not that's going to hurt his draft stock or not hurt his draft stock, I don't know. With his father, how he's going to have to deal with professionals. Certainly, I mean, this guy's got to tone it down. It is not going to work out well. You had Robert Griffin III's dad who, was nowhere near as outspoken as LaVar Ball's dad is. And I'm not even saying that Robert Griffin, I guess that would be Robert Griffin Jr., was helping his son or didn't say things, but at the end of the day, he wasn't really saying anything just completely absurd. He was more or less just trying to get what is best for his son, is what I believe. And I'm not saying LaVar Ball doesn't do that, but LaVar Ball goes out and says things like this, say, I could beat Michael Jordan one on one. I mean, all those things. That's why you can't take him serious. Don't get me wrong. But again, just what is he doing here, and what is he trying to say? And I don't like when guys come out. I mean, clearly he knows he made a major boo boo here. Frankly, I'm a little surprised. Actually, I don't know if surprised would be the word. I'm very conflicted on actually how ESPN is going to handle this. Clearly, if a white guy said this about black guys, I mean, it'd be just outrageous news. It'd be out of control at this point. What would be going on? You'd never hear the end of it. In this case, clearly, no one would disagree that ESPN has moved to the left of the political aisle. I actually, as I read this article, they're doing something where Molly Karam is interviewing someone from the show Blackish, but whatever, that's besides the point. That's just a clip that's up. They've clearly moved to the left of the political aisle. However, I was actually reading something that involved their ratings dropping, where they said they've been unfair to conservatives. Oh, gee, I mean, there's a shark shit in the sea. Yeah, of course you have been. And this was written by Ben Shapiro. Ben Shapiro, a guy clearly on the right, as far as I, care about Ben Shapiro. Says some things I like, says some things I don't like. In the end, at the end of the day, I would lean more towards Shapiro's political ideology, but as far he does say some things that really bother me, as everyone does, either on the far left or the far right. I don't really, agree with either end of the spectrum as far as towing the line for everything. But regardless of that, getting back to the point, he's putting in that ESPN has admitted they've been unfair to conservatives, and I would see this would be a case where they could try to, they've been losing ratings or losing subscribers. This would be a case where they could really come out and call on LaVar Ball, because it's not, I don't care. I'm not gonna, go Al Sharpton style and lose my shit here and get all in a hissy fit because LaVar said this about white guys. I don't care as a white man, whatever. But he just crossed the line because first off, he's coming out and with this ridiculous wannabe clarification, so he knows he's done wrong here. There's no other way around it. But this is just, it's like, just stop already. Just let him, go. Let your son go to the NBA. Like, and, I'm doing the video here, you start to pay this guy mind. That's the problem. Is it's gotten out of hand because people just keep feeding the monster that is LaVar Ball. So that's, the other thing. But I'm wondering how ESPN's going to pick up, now that he's coming out and clarifying. Obviously, it's getting some traction. It's making some waves, so we'll have to see what moves on with that. But like I said, I could have done the video earlier yesterday. I'm still saying today, even though it's past 1 in the morning here on a Saturday. I may have said Sunday before, it's late, whatever. I'm tired. It's sad. I'm doing this video Saturday morning, and the comments came out Friday. The story broke. The original comments broke early Friday, and now this statement came later Friday. But coming out, and just here's the day. I know this guy doesn't like to admit he's wrong, but either don't, first off, don't say anything. Just let it go. It would be my advice. I'm someone who's studied communications, public relations, these things. It's what my degree is in communications. Certainly, I've taken public relations classes. You'd have a lot of disagreement as to what to say, what to, do, how to apologize is what you learn, which is ridiculous. But if I was, a public relations person, I would just be like, just shut up and let it go. Just don't even come back. But if you're gonna come out, just come out and say, you know what, I said something that I just shouldn't have said. You don't come out and say that, it was, I have to clarify, or I'm not saying what I said. I mean, like I said, there's no room for ambiguity. Realistically, you can't win no championship with 3 white guys because their foot speed is slow. And again, even try, maybe clarify that statement further and say, you know what, I mean, this guy is what, a personal trainer and things, being like, in my studies, I've seen that white guys can't do it. I mean, either at least double down and try to at least move forward and get to it. But to say, the basic stereotypical thing, and then to come out and say that people are twisting it up and that's not what he said. It's ridiculous. What are people going to do about LaVar Ball? How's this going to hurt his draft? I don't know, but that, like I said, I wasn't going to do the video. Then he came out with just this ridiculous apology. But like I said, they're going to do their thing, and we're going to do our thing. So don't wear your feelings on your sleeve and think it's a direct punch at you guys, because it's not. That's another quote. Don't wear your feelings on your sleeve. That's the kettle calling the pot black there, I guess. But whatever. This is a pretty silly video. Now I think about the rambling, I'm still gonna post it anyway. I'm sure many of you will find it stupid. I'm not making much sense here, but just wanted to get that out there. So be sure to stay tuned this weekend for all the NBA updates and all that stuff as we move towards the playoffs. All right, we'll catch you next time. Have a good night.